Okay, here we go. Heaven help us all, I'm making a video. Um, so 97 times 98. Here's your traditional setup, right? Traditionally you're like 8 times 7, and then you have to memorize that, which I think is 56. I don't do a lot of math, and you carry your 5. And then you have to be like 8 times 9, which we all know is 72, because if you know your nines, yada yada, it's one less than the, anyway, 72. But then I have to add 5, so then I have 77. Then I have to remember this weird invisible 0, and there's logic and reason behind that, because math makes sense. But then you have to be like 9 times 7, again, 63, because it's one less than that. Gotta remember to carry the 6. 9 times 9, 81? 82? I don't do a lot of big multiplication in my life. 9 times 9, 80 something. Anyway, plus 6, and then you do all this, and then you add those, and then you get some big number. So you have this way of doing it, which is essentially asking you to break apart these two numbers into numbers that are much easier to multiply, much faster to multiply, easier to remember, and easier to multiply in your head as well. So 97 is 100 minus 3. So when we think about negatives and positives, we can also think of them as adding or subtracting. It's essentially the same thing. So 100 minus 3 equals 97. 100 minus 2 equals 98. So 100 minus 3, this represents our 97 in the equation. 100 minus 2 represents our 98 in the equation. And we essentially just go through and multiply through the whole thing. And then we add them up and add them up. And I'm not great at this formula, this format. We'll see if I get the right answer. 100 times 100, because I know my zeros, I can just go 0, 0, 0, 0. So we get 10,000. 100 times negative 2 is going to be negative 200. 100 times negative 3 is going to be negative 300. Negative 2 times negative 3, I've just got to remember my rule that an enemy of an enemy is a friend, right? So I get positive 6. So essentially what I'm going to do here, if I'm remembering correctly, is I'm going to add all of these up, basically. Which really what you do is you kind of, like, they prescribe that you're going to add all of these up based on the columns, and like that's going to make the most sense. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go across here. These are negatives, so negative 200, negative 300, that's negative 500. 10,000 minus 500 is going to be 9,500. And then I have a positive 6. So my answer should be 9,506. So if we come back over to the kind of traditional method, we're looking at this, back to this 9 times 9. I'm not kidding. I'm going to have to do the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 81. Okay, I used the finger. So 81 plus 6, so that's 87. 6, 10, carry the 1. 15, carry the 1. 9,506. Check that.